countdown is on. We haven't seen gameplay since, when was it? Last year, June? Holy crap, it's been more than a year. I've got my mate Jason and Terry here. Apologies for the quietness of myself. I'm going to boost my audio a bit. The family is asleep. It is midnight here in Australia on the East Coast. And the family's asleep. So I've got to be quiet. Gentlemen. Joining me this evening.
Fella.
The dulcet tones in your headphones, here to help engineer a sincere atmosphere. Terry Fear.
Good evening. How are you feeling about this, Shane?
I'm flippin' stoked.
Nice.
And he loves his VR and shaking his hips like Shakira. Please welcome the era of Jason Mira.
Bow, 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 bow.
I thought you were going to say, "Hey."
On my screen right now.
I like to keep people on their toes.
On my screen right now, we've got the old campaign footage, just so we have something to watch on stream in the meantime. But someone let me know when they go live.
We'll begin shortly, which is less than 60 seconds.
Oh, nice. All right, we'll flip over. I want to see just like the structure, you know, like what's it gonna how are we gonna play? How open world is it? Last time they showed a map, which you're about to see on screen now on my stream. Will we see different weapons? Will we see different enemies, different vehicles? Oh, so excited.
Pardon me, Shane. I'm just going to go live on my stream
right.
here, if you don't mind.
And I want to see biomes as well. Biomes, different like areas, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Because that's a big part of the first campaign, was seeing these really interesting changes of atmosphere and environment, and how the score would suit that to a T. So I would love to get a little sampling. Just a little sampling of that would be like just primo.
All right, Jason is going live. I'm going to flip over now.
Yes.
Oh, we got 2-minute countdown here.
Cool, nice. Yeah, 2-minute cam.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I like it when they do that. How are we doing, fellas? We've got Magic_Cassie. You can catch him at Magic. Oh, what's your Twitch link?
Twitch.tv/magic_casts.
There we go. That's what we want to hear. Got a 2-minute countdown. So mine says 1:35 now.
Mine says 1:30 right now.
I'm on 1:20.
Bloody heck.
So hang on, I'll pause.
I'm going to refresh.
Yeah, you both refresh and then tell me what you're up to. If it's still...
it went backwards in time.
How does that work?
Okay, how about
I don't know.
refresh?
I was at 1:20. I hit refresh. It went to 1:30.
Okay, I'm at 1:17,
Nice.
16, 15.
Also,
I'm just hitting 1:17. 1:17.
I forgot to introduce Terry Fear also.
Yeah, the dulcet tones in your headphones, folks.
Right,
Bloody hell.
I'm going to pause on a minute and then you tell me when you guys caught up.
Okay, I'm at minute 5, minute 4, minute 3,
minute 3, minute 2,
minute
minute
1. There we go.
Go.
1.
Done. We're synced.
We are synchronized.
We are synchronized. Yeah. We
Guys,
are amplified.
I am so stoked. This is what we've been waiting for, right?
It's been 6 years since mainline Halo campaign, all right?
Yeah.
We've waited a hot minute.
Yeah.
But like, even though we're
It's been
very
a long
excited,
coming.
the last time we saw anything campaign-wise coming out of Halo, it was a bit lackluster. Some would say.
Divisive.
That's a very good word. I didn't think it was that bad.
Either did I. Same boat. Yep. I was tonally, I think it was great.
Yeah.
Gameplay-wise, fantastic. Visually, bit left to be desired. But he's hoping that's rectified.
15 seconds to BTR.
Oh wait, I just realized that I've got a thing that says PlayStation Showcase Live Reacts.
That's not it. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
3,
audio going on.
2, 1.
Here we go. I'm turning that bad boy.
Since the beginning, Halo was about Master Chief and Cortana, partners protecting humanity. But that is now a distant memory. Humanity is fighting for survival, The Banished have risen, defeated our heroes, and taken control of the mysterious Zeta Halo. We need a savior. We need hope. We need Spartan 117, Master Chief.
Oh yeah!
We have a new mission, soldier.
What is it? What's down there?
A weapon.
A weapon? How many guns do you need?
Oh, never enough.
A bad structure, like a forerunner structure.
Nice.
Biomes.
Desolation.
Biomes.
Yeah.
Grunts.
Crowd pleasers.
In the biggest campaign
nice.
to date, Halo Infinite invites players to become Master Chief and discover
Like
true
tasers them.
Spartan freedom in the most wide-open and adventure-filled Halo experience yet.
Oh my god, yes. Keep saying those things.
But Chief won't be alone on the journey. His first mission is to retrieve a new AI, codenamed the Weapon.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
Following the events of Halo
What?
5, Master Chief is searching for the answer to a troubling question.
Oh my god,
What happened to Cortana?
That's Cortana?
That's
I
old
was
Cortana.
created to lock down Cortana.
She was like more purple.
But I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
Oh, we can spawn in vehicles.
Order received. Stand by.
Oh, I like this.
There's a little.
The answer
Little hard.
is somewhere on Zeta Halo.
Yeah.
A damaged
Oh, this is
world
what I
full
want,
of
yes.
wonder,
Give me an open world.
mystery, and danger.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And at every turn, the Banished are hunting Master Chief and the remnants of the UNSC.
Victory is already ours. We will meet on the battlefield.
The Banished army is spread across the surface, building fearsome strongholds and outposts with no one to stop them. Until now.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, the hunters look so good.
Yeah.
From the beginning
Oh,
of the
it's
Halo
got a
saga,
freaking
Master
mohawk.
Chief has been a
Yeah.
hero, ready to fight and win against impossible odds.
I love this. Just give me. Just let me decide.
Great.
You're safe now.
Oh, Marines, go!
The Maroons.
Oh my god.
Incoming.
Oh.
But what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Oh, he's got a health bar.
Yeah, that's new.
Players now have more freedom than ever before
it's
to
contour
take
lines.
down the Banished any way they choose.
Banished facility up ahead, Chief. Some kind of salvage operation. What do we do?
Destroy them.
Shut it down. Permanently.
That'll do it.
I love the chopper.
Oh, it's using a rocket launcher.
And he's using a brute.
Oh, wait,
hammer.
what?
What do
What's
we
this?
have here?
Oh, upgrade the different
Thrusters.
equipment.
Oh, I'm gonna be freeze framing this.
Fight me!
Big. Oh, wow.
There's a battle
Do you
rifle
see
up
that?
there.
Could be useful. If you like that kind of thing.
Fire rate on the VR
I
is a little
like.
slow.
Things to make up for the fact that I've got Commando now.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite allows us all to become Master Chief, doing what Spartans do best, defying the odds to take down the Banished.
So
They took a
good.
note out of
Like
Battlefield's
Battlefield.
book.
This
Yeah.
won't be an
Yeah.
easy fight. Master Chief will
Oh, we
take
got
on
Craig?
returning favorites and surprising new threats,
hell is that?
like
Oh,
the
what's this?
Agile Skimmers, a sadistic Spartan killer named Jaga Urdomnai,
See,
Oh my god.
He looks
Angry.
And something even more threatening.
The Forerunner's lies are at an end. I am the harbinger of the truth. You are not the future.
Exploring this vast and fractured world will put Spartan 117 to the ultimate
cool.
test. But where there is courage, there is hope. Welcome to the new era of Halo.
Dude.
Is everyone trying to kill you?
It kind of seems like it.
I like that. It's like a slightly naive kind of infant, like, oh, Cortana. See, that looks a lot
Play
more
it day
visually
one
stunning.
with Game Pass.
Oh, that did
Is that
so
it?
much for me.
Yeah,
Is that
looks
it?
like it. It looks like it.
I think so. If you refresh,
No.
it's probably listed now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Nice,
All right. So many things.
dude.
All I've
Yeah.
ever wanted is just like give me all the freedom to decide how to take down that. Like that's the core of what Halo campaign is when it's great. You know, it's like here's
Oh,
a
it's now in
scarab.
4K.
You
Nice.
decide how you take it down. And
Yeah.
if that's like every mission, so
I-
good.
It's like when Metal Gear Solid went open world. Like you could tackle any mission you wanted, any way you wanted. It just okay. That I think that hit the right notes. Like it gave you everything you needed to know about it and gave you gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
It-
watching.
it's-
Sorry,
yeah.
go.
No, it's like a highlights reel. It's like, here's some things, here's some options, here's some weapons, here's some animations. Like, and that intro, that nice, it's like biome. Like, it was really, really nicely stitched together. It wasn't rushed. Like, I think that's a really good trailer. Like, for people that were or are worried about spoilers of the campaign, I think that this is relatively tame. It's not like this is the full progression. Obviously, there are some things that I'm guessing some people would be like, I just don't want to know any of this until it's unfolding in front of my eyes. And if that's you, you probably don't want to watch this. In which case, I'm sorry that you just watched it with us. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
I love the leaning into like enemies that seemingly have names, right? Like that Spartan killer elite that they showed.
Yeah,
like
she called it Jagger, which
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's probably Jaeger. Like,
well, it's some special, Saint Healy name, I'd say.
yeah, oh, you're probably right.
But that alone is like, because that's what I think where Halo 4 and 5 lacks, particularly with the Prometheans, is that they don't have personality. Unlike the grunts, the elites, the jackals, the hunters, like they all have personality. So leaning into that, like, I get the same vibes as like Tartarus, right, in Halo 2, where like you get to know him.
Yeah. And the prophets, like you basically don't know anything. Obviously, the first Halo, there's nothing about it, but the different character traits of the prophets, and as you get to know them, and the Arbiter as well, getting his personality over the course of Halo 2 is phenomenal. And I think you're right. Like the Didact is like a nothing character. There's no depth. It's like, this is I'm the threat now.
Yeah.
And it's like completely out of.
That's like, why are you the threat?
Yeah, it's like, because I'm the Didact. It's like, okay, I guess we're at odds now. Like,
it's like asking a kid, why did you do this? Because.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. Because why? It's, well, what do you mean? What? Why? I don't understand this. Why?
Because
Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, it would be nice to get back to that a little bit. It'd be interesting to see if it, because you've obviously got this experience system that they just kind of briefly showed where you can increase like his booster capability, and I'm like, if that's happening like on the fly, that's kind of interesting. But it makes me think of things like you're going to have like subtasks, or maybe they're going to be tied to achievements, but you'll be able to customize the way that your John 117 plays. And I find that really exciting. It's not quite a proper RPG element, but it kind of taps into that RPG element, which is a nice new dimension.
And I think, like you can't, like, particularly when it goes open world like this, right? Like, I think that's, you know, you've got to evolve the combat at this point. Right? Like, we're in Halo 6 right now. Like, I've just paused on 3 minutes 38 here, and it's showing the map down the bottom left. There looks like there's 7 different area collectibles, so like things you can do other than the main mission, right? Remove the forward operating base from the network, so you got to take that down. That's your main sort of objective at the moment. Then there's targets, there's a database you can tap across, missions, tap Y to go to missions, upgrades. I can't like, the thing that's standing out to me right now is, based on that presentation, this is the world in Halo. Here are your key objectives. If you want to do these side things like go rescue these Marines, go for it. That's probably going to get you some small things that might help. Maybe those upgrades for your equipment. But at the core of it all, it's like do whatever you want, however you want. We're gonna be able to get like vehicles delivered to you. I'm just like the fact
very
that, like,
Far Cry, right?
Yeah, that's what's standing out to me as well. Which I don't typically like Far Cry, just because I think I don't know. Anyway, but like the fact that it doesn't stray away from Halo, like you see the weapon mention, hey, here's this, you know, fuel depot. What are we going to do? And he just whips out a rocket launcher and
Exactly.
doesn't even bother entering the complex.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
Too.
For sure.
I just paused a little bit on my stream here with the upgrades. It's about the 4 minute and 12 seconds. Like, it looks like the way that works is like you've got your upgrades. So at the top, starting from top, you've got grapple shot, core shield, threat sensor, drop wall, and thruster. Looks like the way that works is like you have the base grapple shot, and then looks like the next one here is like the grapple shot and like a circle of stars around it. So it looks like that's the stun grapple shot there.
Right. Yeah.
And the next one along is looks like a stopwatch. So maybe that's like a reduced timer for like
like lower cooldown.
Yeah, that's it. Lower cooldown. Yeah. So, and the same thing goes with like the rest of them. Like threat sensor looks like the threat sensor goes further range and all that kind of stuff. It looks like it's the equipment that we used in the Halo multiplayer flight earlier this year, just in more of a, I guess, an RPG sense. Like Halo is going RPG.
Yeah, or at least, and like close enough to, because I wouldn't characterize Far Cry as an RPG, not strictly, because there's not a lot of
shooter.
Yeah, there's no build diversity. The only diversity you've got is the weapons that you take, and so I probably would hesitate to say that this it has some of the elements of certain RPGs, which gives you some variability, and you can prioritize and lean into the things that you want to. So if you want that mobility, you'd be going for that cooldown reduction on the grapnel shot rather than the utility of the stun shot, like the taser one. And you'd be going into the boosters rather than going for the shields or the threat sensor stuff. So I like that there is some choice, but it doesn't seem like it's overwhelming, and there's not going to be like this min-maxy kind of what's the optimal build path to get the best play. Because it's not about that. It's like, how do you want to play as John 117? And so it's
I think it's similar to how, like, remember when they spoke about equipment and its role it plays in multiplayer. You don't want it to like define your playstyle, but it should modify your playstyle in really interesting ways. And I hope that that's the case here. You don't like lean into investing hard into one particular thing. Maybe like it has, you know, there are cooldowns or limited uses, so you have to switch it up, because Halo's also strong when you're forced to adapt. You only get 2 weapons, you only get limited ammunition, you're forced to pick up weapons and other different grades and use different tools. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And that's why I kind of liked that there was multiple ways of engaging with the objective in that little trailer. He's not just consistently shooting it with the same weapon that he just happens to have equipped. He's like, let me quickly yoink this and throw it at it and then shoot it and it'll blow up. It's like it's using the toolkit in creative ways to accomplish the objective, rather than just having enough ammo to just waste it. And when I say waste, I mean like waste them. Kind of, yeah. It's like, I'm not just going to throw bullets at it. I'm going to think creatively and outside of the box to overcome this particular challenge. And I find that's going to be a lot of fun and interesting. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. I love how they just like, it's just looped again for me at the start there. They've showed Cortana in her original state, like from Halo 1, right? You know, the purple, more of a purple than the blue Cortana there. And I think this trailer here didn't like it got the nostalgia feels in like it's Halo, but I think with their last couple of showings, it's like they've leaned heavily into the nostalgia of like classic Halo. But here, I think, and I feel like, you know, we know what we're in for with the flights now, right? Now they're just really leaning into, okay, this is Halo Infinite now. This is what you want. Like, this is new things. You've got like new environment, new enemies, and this is hopefully a really fun new experience that hopefully like reinvigorates Halo into the zeitgeist, you know? Like,
for sure.
The amount of times Halo is brought up now in like how important it is nowadays, it's just been overshadowed by Call of Duty and Battlefield, right?
Even though they're...
Hey Clay, thanks for the host there. Hope you had a good stream.
Just totally like Halo was king, right?
Yeah.
I miss this. We need this back.
Yeah. Honestly, I keep going back to this word freedom, but like I was just watching him, like Chief, or the player, just flying around with a Banshee, with the Warthog, just these open plains. Like it really gives me like Breath of the Wild feels as well. Like it's just like, okay, what am I going to happen upon when I run around this corner? Oh, I notice this Forerunner structure in the distance. What's that about? Let me go investigate that. And maybe I just get distracted by this thing on the way.
I like the fact that he immediately... Sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I like that when he picks up the Marines, he's got the Warthog, he clears out the section, Marines jump on board, and then they're going for like an exfil. And he just drives off a cliff. But I'm like, I don't think that's like... Yeah, it's certainly the essence of Halo, but I think it was deliberate because there was a ledge underneath. I just wonder how many of those hard cliff kind of environments are going to be in something that's designed to be open world, because there was nothing more limiting in the original series of Halo trilogy, the Halo trilogy, than coming up against something that's an illogical barrier, or it's like I want to see what's over there, and you can't fly there. There's just this wall. Like, I would love to see how detailed they get, because you've got flying craft, like it looks like a brute Banshee. It was like the brute plasma rifle, but they put the skin on a Banshee, and I love that.
Right, yeah. Well, that's it. All the Banished stuff is now like red.
Yeah, I like that.
And a lot. Like canonically and like story wise, I think the Banished got all of their equipment like post the Halo, that Human Covenant war, like from scrapyards and salvaging off of like wrecks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's which leads me to like one of the things that I'm really interested in, because I've read the books, like especially the ones leading up to this one. The last one in the Master Chief storyline was the Shadows of Reach, and the way that ends and moving into this, like I'm really interested to see what happens. Like what happened to Spartan Locke? What happened to Spartan Palmer? Buck, you know, what happened to Buck? What happened to the rest of the blue team? What happened to Halsey? What happened to Lasky? You know, like that's... I'm really interested to hear what happened to everyone. That's just me. That's like the Halo lore geek. It's like wanting to know where everything is, because like in some of the books, like Eshram is like one of not Tartarus, what's his name? The
Atrox.
Atrox, yeah, one of Atrox's like lieutenants. It's not like the big bad, and the big bad is still Atrox, but it'd be interesting to see if they, you know, after this, if they do story expansions to it, if they introduce Atrox into it.
I think that's a plan. I think what we're going to get is like 5+ years of Halo Infinite and similar to Destiny, like expansions where we get new lieutenants to fight in the lead up to what will be a big boss battle with Atrox.
And then the Spirit of Fire as well. Like the Spirit of Fire is still fighting on the Ark right now at the end of Halo Wars 2. Like what
Yeah.
And this is the banished from Halo Wars.
Mm.
So what happens now? You know, where are
Yeah.
they?
So I just noticed you might have mentioned this earlier, Jace, but when you're in the upgrade screen top right, there's Spartan cores, which
I
you're
did
using
see that. Yeah,
to
I did
upgrade.
mention.
So you're probably to your point.
I didn't mention that, but yeah, that would be the
that'll be the currency, right? So you're
the currency. That's the word. Yeah.
Taking different missions, maybe side quests to go collect those. I also noticed as well when the map was being shown, I think about 3 minutes 30, fast travel it said disabled in the bottom right. So eventually that's enabled. So the world is big enough to warrant,
to justify. Yeah.
To warrant fast travel.
Oh, that's so exciting. Like, yeah. I love the idea that there's this expanse to kind of engage with, because that's one of the things I love about Breath of the Wild, like and games like Skyrim as well. You can just go rogue, and by rogue I mean you don't walk the pathway, just pick a direction and run, and you'll find shit on the way. And that same is actually going into an earlier Elder Scrolls IP, Tomorrowland. There's like random in the middle of butt freak nowhere caves with unpronounceable names, and there happens to be a quest in there. It's like you would never find this
unless you just wanted
unless you happened upon it. And I love the idea of discovering something along those lines in a Halo setting, as the chief. It's like, I like that they've got the same voice actor for this new AI,
the weapon,
Jen Taylor,
I like that there's because I suppose that.
So there's a story reason.
Yeah.
So do you want me to spoil what happens at the end of Shadows of Reach?
Please don't. I want to read it.
Okay. Yeah. I'd forgotten that I read a whole bunch of like the novels after Reach, but not maybe 5 or 6 of them. But I stopped reading after that. I didn't even realize they kept releasing novels. So I'm definitely going to... And I feel like I've got to play Halo Wars now. I played the first one, but not the second one.
If you don't want to slog through the whole thing, just watch the story.
The cinematics. Actually, that's not a bad idea, to be honest, because I don't really...
Yeah, I know. I just watch the cinematics.
Yeah, fair enough. That's pro tips. Pro tips. They are good. I loved the cinematics in the first Halo Wars. They were really, really good. Like the Arbiter that's in that is like gnarly. I really, really like that Arbiter.
That's a really good word for it, because he's like gnashing. Like, gnarly.
Yeah, proper brutal.
And I love just like the brief quips we got between like the weapon and the pilot as well.
Yeah,
like, it reminds me of like Cortana and Sergeant Johnson. Like,
he never buys me anything.
A lot of the humor, the personality that comes through with over the top sort of Halo characters isn't contained to the Chief. Like, Chief is the stoic vehicle for the player, and all the personality and the humor and the storytelling is told around him, except for obviously between him and Cortana. So the fact that dynamic can exist with this pilot and the new AI, I think is really smart. I hope we get a lot of like over the comms while you're driving around, just like them too.
They're having a conversation, because that's one of the things I kind of like about AI characters. And when I think of other types of AI, I like her, and like the fact that she's got relationships outside of the relationship that she has with the Joaquin Phoenix's character. Like, it's interesting to think that
in the film,
in the film, her. Like an AI character that has a fully fleshed out identity, not just this kind of personality archetype, and like this is how they respond to everything. There's like a really dynamic thing. So it would be really enjoyable to see that kind of unfold. Obviously, it's not an actual AI, but we can hope one day, boys. One day. Scarjo in your ears, telling you that she loves you. You know? Yeah.
All right, I might wrap it up here, gents. I'm going to go watch it again in 4K.
I'm watching it in 4K right now. It's like,
no, I'm going to boot up on the OLED.
Very nice.
All right.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
VOD, make sure you follow magic_cast on twitch.tv/magic_cast. And you can follow Terry on the stream.
Yep. If you can find me.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you're watching the YouTube VOD, be sure to give us a like and comment below what you thought of the campaign overview. We're really positive on it, and he is hoping it bodes well for launch, which is just a month and a half away. Crazy. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.